Hey kids, here I am with my Horror of Frankenstein t-shirt. I believe it's in French. There's David Prowse. Yeah, I bought this at a store called Meijer here in Michigan. Kind of surprised by that, but I am going to review this movie, another Columbia Pictures horror film starring Boris Karloff. This is the third and final film in the set that I'm reviewing here. This is Boris Karloff Collection. 6 movies. I don't know if 6 movies is actually in the title, but this is the third and final film directed by Nick Grande. I believe that's how you pronounce his name. This is what I think. See, I bought this for mostly for the first movie called The Black Room. That was directed by somebody else, and it's still the best movie on the set. I didn't mind the other 2 Nick Grande movies. I think, well, the all 3 of them kind of share kind of same template. The setup is almost the same. Mad scientist who wants to do good. Things lead to him doing bad, basically. The other 2, I think there was a seed of badness. What they needed to do with this one was have the mad scientist who is really not mad, and this one, he's a physician. He's a doctor. And he's on trial for murder. He's found guilty. He basically does a Jack Kevorkian, decades before Jack Kevorkian, a mercy killing for a patient. And he's working on a serum that would slow down the aging process. Once injected, you could, your eyes would get better. You'd reduce in age, essentially, which would lengthen your age. If you're going to, on your path now, you're going to die at 70. You're going to probably last till 90. That type of thing. And he's allowed to work on his serum before he hangs. That's where the title comes from. More stuff happens. But he has a colleague. I didn't recognize him at first. He works with a colleague named Dr. Ralph Howard, played by Edward Van Sloan, and I didn't recognize him because he looks younger in this movie than he did, the movies 8-9 years before, Frankenstein, Mummy, and The Invisible Man. But yeah, he talks Howard into using the blood of, they need a person's blood apparently for this serum, and he talks him into using the blood of an executed murderer. And you know, this is a horror movie, so we know that was a bad idea. So what ends up happening, instead of being executed, he's you know, shifted over to life in prison, and the serum, which was injected in him, starts de-aging him, and this was, you know, proof of the potency of it. The only problem is, eventually he ends up getting released, and still working on this. Using the killer blood was a bad idea, so he starts killing people, basically. But that's pretty much the same, or the scenario. Like I said, there's this template, you know, like the mad scientist. He even has a daughter, which is, you know, pretty common in these movies. This is the last Nick Grande movie. I think we moved on from there. This is my least favorite of the Nick Grande movies. I think the first one, I'm trying to remember which one that is. I mean the second one of his, which also has the word hanging. There's The Man with 9 Lives, and I forgot what the other one was. Oh, The Man That They Could Not Hang. I think that was the second one I reviewed from him. And the other one I think is my favorite, which is The Man with 9 Lives. This is my least favorite. They're using a lot of the same elements, like I said, and it just doesn't work as well. It was kind of interesting, you know, Edward Van Sloan. He sounds different, you know, as well, and the only way I could figure out who it was, you know, his rhythm, which wasn't completely like Van Helsing and the other characters, but it was close enough for me to realize that this was Edward Van Sloan. Yeah, this is an okay movie. Probably the first one that I really, truthfully, not in love with, to say the least. Before I Hang, the last of the Nick Grande movies with on this set. Well, until next time, stay safe. Always have a good time. Bye now.